Alright, what's up guys? Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Today we're going to be installing some brand new coilovers onto my WRX. If you guys are new to the channel, this is my 2021 WRX. So far I've done a 5% window tint all around, some Subi Speed tail lights, and an NVIDIA catback exhaust. Alright, let's get started on the coilovers. Alright, so first step is to get your car jacked up. And then after you've loosened all your lug nut bolts, take them off. And then I like to slide one of the wheels under the car just in case anything happens with the jack stand. Alright, so once you're under here, you're going to remove this bolt, and then this one last, which will drop the entire control arm. Alright, so once you drop your control arm, I'm going to come up here and undo these two bolts on either side of the top hat. And once you do that, your strut will slide right out from there, and you're good. Alright, so once you've done that, you can take your brand new coilover and line it up and install the nuts, and it should sit right in there. And then your coilover will be chilling nicely right here. And as for torque specs, I tightened mine down to about 50 ugga-duggas, so it should do the trick.
Alright, so for this next part, you grab another jack if you have one. You get this up there. Oh, don't forget your forgot my sway bar end link. So now you have that in there. Let's start this process over again. And then it's just the process of just getting all these bolts through here, however you can. This might be pretty difficult, so it's not the most fun thing to do. You can grab, a little mallet if you have one. Tap some stuff, try to get it into place. So right now I'm just trying to get the sway bar one first, because that's the most difficult one on here, in my opinion. I need to line up the hole in the back. Needs to come down more. And boom. Sway bars through. Now we can work on the coilover. Should be the next one. He's kind of wedged in there a little. There we go, the coilover's free to move around. So we can start to jack her up. So set it right under the part where you're jacking up. And go until it's about even. And from there, take your bolt from the back, line it up a little better if you can. A little higher, a little lower now. Yeah, just be patient with this stuff. A little higher, maybe that'll come through. A little higher, almost there. Alright, so just bam, boom, that one's through, and last step is this guy right here. I'm going to start to thread these on just so it doesn't pop off in the middle of this. Just to be safe, because that would not be fun. And now we can drop the jack. And move down here. And start to work on this. And this is the last step in installing these coilovers. Bam. Thread this on. And then we're going to tighten these up and we'll be all done.
And then once all your bolts are tightened, you are done with the coilover install. Now you can just adjust your ride height and you're all set. So now let's do the other three. Alright, so I haven't adjusted the ride height yet, but this is just lowering this first part of the car and the first impressions, so let's go. Alright, so we're definitely gonna have to lower it, but it's a good start. Alright, so this other side is gonna be the exact same process, so I'm not gonna film much of it. And we'll see you guys when it's done. And before I forget for you guys, 17 millimeter, 14 millimeter, and another 17 millimeter over there. Alright, so the back is all complete. Still needs to be adjusted though. Let's get started on the front. Alright, so off camera, I installed the passenger side coilover, and now I'm going to show you how to do it on the driver's side. First step, jack the car up. Alright, then you're going to take the wheel off. And then it's this bolt, but before you do that, you need to remove this cable right here with needle nose pliers, and this one over here with a 12 millimeter socket. Once you remove this and the brake line, then you can crack these two nuts off, these two bolts off, and this whole thing will just fall right down, and then we can head to the top and undo the top hat. Alright, so I had to spray a little bit of penetrant on these guys because they're not wanting to come off, so we'll let that sit for like 5 minutes and then we'll break them off. And one thing to note, this car is almost brand new, so if you have an older WRX, you're definitely going to need to soak these guys. This car has 7,000 miles on it and I still can't get these off. So once you get those bolts off down there, it's just 1, 2, 3, 12 millimeter nuts right here. Take them off and the whole thing just falls out. Alright, so then you can put the new coilover in and put your 3 bolts on. And then you can come down here where you're going to line these up, these holes, inside there, thread your nuts and bolts in, reattach this guy right there, and this little guy right there. And then we're ready to put the car back together. Oh yeah, still not even as low as they can go either. Wow. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for a montage video on how the car looks when it's lowered. And also I'll make a video on how to adjust the coilovers.